Hello, everybody. We continue to talk about the major scale. Okay, and you remember the rule of making a major scale, right? So like a 3 and 4, 7 and 8. The distance between third and fourth, seventh and eighth note should be half step, right? So we did the all white key and then we are doing the black key today, okay? So we have 5 black key, okay? So let me start from D flat here, okay? So, here, this is C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C, right? So here, this is D flat, okay? So, we want to make a D flat major scale. Just make sure that you need to start from D flat, and then we're gonna end with the D flat here, okay? So, this is space, line, space, line, space, line, space, line, okay? So this is how to draw the notes on your workbook, okay? So D flat is here. Let me change the color. I'm gonna make the blue. So this is D flat, okay? So since we start from D flat, not C sharp, okay? It sounds the same if you make a C sharp major scale. When you play the scale, and then when you can, this is C, right? You can start from C sharp to C sharp because that is the bass staff. But, sound is going to be the same. But, when you draw the note on the staff, it's totally different, right? Okay, so the reason why we prefer flat instead of sharp, I'm gonna, explain it later, but, we can use the both, okay? Because the C sharp, we have more sharps than flat. That's why we prefer flat here. Okay, so this is 3, 4, and this is a 7, 8. Okay, it should be half step. Okay, so at first glance, this is not half step. This is whole, right? And this is not, yeah, this is half step, so that is fine, right? Because this is C and then this is D flat, that is a half step. So it's okay, but except this one, everything is messed up. So we're just gonna fix it, okay? So from D flat here, we go to whole step, right? 1, 2. So here, this is E flat, right? Don't think D sharp because it sounds same, but when you see these notes on the step, this is not the second interval. This is the unison. Okay, so you better choose E flat, and since we start from flat, it should be flat on the staff. Okay, so we are not going to use sharp here. We better use flat. Okay, so let's continue. So D flat to E flat, that is the whole step. And then E flat, let's go up, whole step up, then 1, 2. So F, we don't have anything. And that is the whole step, and that is the whole step. But here, F to G, that is a whole step, right? But we need to decrease the distance by putting flat on G so that this 3 and 4, it should be half step, right? And then from G flat to A flat, because that is the whole step. or and A flat to B flat. So that is the whole step, okay? And then B flat to C, that is a whole step. And C and D flat, that is a half step, right? So D flat major scale, how many flat we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? So D flat major scale, we have a 5 flat, which is B flat, E flat, A flat, D flat, and G flat. We have 5 flat. So when you want to start from C sharp, that's fine, okay? So let me show you how to draw C sharp major scale. Okay, so from C sharp, on the keyboard is the same, but the way you draw the notes and using the accidentals is totally different, okay? So from, since you start from, sharp, you need to keep constants, like, keep using the constant accidentals here, okay? So this is space and then line, space, line, space, line, and then space, line, right? And then it's the same, 1, 2, 3, 4. This should be half step. This should be half step, right? So C sharp 2, here, this is C sharp. And then here, D sharp. You see the difference, right? It's a D flat and E flat and C sharp and D sharp. If you play the keyboard, sound is going to be the exactly same, but on the step, you are using flat, you're using sharp. So that is the only difference, okay? And then D sharp, we have to make a whole step, which is E sharp, right? Because E sharp is F, okay? So this one is whole, this one is whole. And then C sharp, this is E sharp, right? E sharp to F sharp, because that is the half step. So you have to put sharp here, okay? And F sharp 2, you have to make a whole step here. So G sharp, or, and then G sharp 2, this is A sharp, whole step, and A sharp 2, B, this is a half step, right? So you have to make what? Whole step, B sharp. See? So C sharp major scale, how many sharps? Every note, right? So F sharp, G sharp, F sharp, C sharp, G sharp, D sharp, A sharp, E sharp, B sharp, right? So how many sharp we have? 7. How many flat here? 5. Okay, so that's why we prefer D flat major scale instead of C sharp major scale. Okay, so from now on, this is C major scale, D, E, F, G, A, B major scale, and then black key, we are going to make a flat, like a D flat instead of C sharp, E flat instead of D sharp. Okay, it's because we prefer like less accidentals. That's why. Okay, but like on your in the future, maybe you could see the piano pieces with the C sharp major scale, like the C sharp key signature is C sharp rather than D flat. That's up to the composer's decision, right? But in theory, when we study about the major scale, we prefer like a D flat instead of C sharps. Understand? All right. So here we made a C, D flat major, and we are going to E flat major scale. E flat major scale. Make sure that you start from E flat to E flat. E, this is line, space, line, space, line, space, line, space. E flat here, whole step up, F. Okay, so this is okay, right? And then F to G, this is whole step. That's perfect. And G to A, this is a whole step, but it has to be what? Half step. So you have to G to A flat. You have to put flat on A, right? So that's why G to A flat, this is a half step. And then A flat to B flat, this is a whole step. And then B flat to 1, 2. See, this is a whole step. That's fine. C to D, this is a whole step. And then D to E flat, okay, this is half step. Okay, so we don't, we didn't fix that much, right? How many flat here? P flat, E flat, A flat. We only have 3 flats in E flat major scale, right? Right, let's move on. Let's do G flat major scale. From G flat to G flat, line, space, line, space, line, space, line, space, right? Okay, so here F to G flat, this is half step. So 7 and 8 is okay, but 3 and 4, okay, 3 and 4, okay. So here looks like half step, okay, that's fine. But here A to B is whole, G flat to A is half, okay, and C to D is whole, D to E is whole, E to F is half. So, we need a little surgery here, okay? So G flat 2, we go up a whole step up. So it's going to be A flat, right? So the distance is whole step. From A flat to whole step up, P flat, whole step, okay? And then B flat to C is whole step. In order to make this distance half step, we need to put flat on C, which is B, right? So this one, this distance is a half step. C flat 2, whole step up, 1, 2, D flat. D flat 2, whole step up, E flat. Oh, so many flats here. E flat 2, F is whole step. And then F to G is half step. Okay, so here, how many flat we have? P flat, E flat, A flat, D flat, right? And then G flat, and then C flat. We have 6 flat here, okay? B, E, A, D, G, C. G flat, A flat, B flat, C flat, D flat, E flat, F, G. So in your G flat major scale, except F, we have all, flats on every, note here, except F. Okay, and then we are going to do A flat major scale from A flat to A flat. This is ledger line. Space, line, space, line, space, line, space, line. Okay, this should be half step. This should be half step. So you need to work from the beginning. A flat 2, whole step up, B flat. B flat, whole step up, C, okay, that's fine. C to D, this is whole step. We need to make it half step. So D flat. D flat 2, whole step up, E flat. E flat to F, this is whole step. F to G is a whole step. G to A flat is half step. Okay, so we only have how many flat? 4. B flat, E flat, A flat, D flat. We only have 4 flats here. One more. We are going to make the last one B flat major scale. From B flat to B flat. This is a letter space, letter line, letter space, first line, space, line, space. This is B flat, right? So whole step, C, C to D, whole step, okay? D to E, this is a whole step, but you have to make half step. So decrease the distance by putting flat on E. E flat to F, that is whole step. F to G is whole step. G to A is whole step, and A to B flat is half step. Okay, so we only have 2 flat, which is B flat and E flat. Okay, so we all made 12 major scales. So let's look at this. We made C major scale, right? C, D, E, F, G, A, B. And then we did D flat, E flat, G flat, A flat, B flat major scale. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. We made 12 major scales. Okay, and the major scale 3, 4, 7, 8. The distance between the 2 notes should be half step, right? So C major scale, we don't have any accidentals, right? D, we have F sharp, C sharp, right? E, we have F sharp, C sharp, G sharp, and then D sharp. F, we have only 1 flat. G major scale, we have F sharp, only 1. And then A major scale, we found out we have 3 sharp. Okay, and then B major scale, we have F sharp, C sharp, G sharp, D sharp, A sharp. Okay, and then D flat, we have a B flat, E flat, A flat, D flat, G flat. E flat major scale, we have a B flat, E flat, A flat. G flat is many, many flat, B flat, E flat, A flat, D flat, G flat, C flat. Right? All right, and then we have A flat, B flat, E flat, A flat, and D flat. And then B flat major scale, we have B flat, E flat. Okay, so these are the accidentals we found in order, if we want to, when we try to satisfy this rule, we found out these kinds of accidentals, appear. Okay. Right, so just make sure that this note is really important, okay? So I'm just gonna save it and then I will share with you guys, all right?